Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our submission for assignment informative speech, and we will start with my mates Azai Rusdi to present his topic, which is World Dangerous Sport.
Okay, let me share in my PowerPoint first. You can see my slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I will start my presentation dengan okay, this one. Let me setting first. Wait Okay. Sports. Everyone plays sports, right? I believe there's not even a single person in this room who had sports. Come on, guys. There must be one favorite sport that you either like to play or watch, right? But hey, hold on. Did you know that did you know that sports are not all fun? It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Stop. Did you know that? Okay, listen to me first. Let me tell you why, how, what, and where the sunshine and rainbows in sport got a reality check. According to Stanford Children's Health, about 30 million children and teens participate in some form of organized sport, and more than 3.5 million injuries each year, which cause some loss of time of participation experienced by most students who play sport throughout their elementary and high school years. Hi, my name is Muhammad Auzai Rushdi from AS243. Today, I will be talking about the relationship between the most dangerous high school sports and the catastrophic injuries in high school sport. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the first graph I prepared here. The creator of the graph wanted to emphasize the dangerousness of sports play by this student, especially among high school students. Hence, the bar chart above display the number of thousand athletes who were exposed to sporting injuries. According to Ryan, Ronald Bryan, 2015, sport exposure is defined as one athlete engaging in one practice, competition, or performance, while injuries are defined as anything that needed the attention of a physician or sport trainer and that keep the athlete off the field for at least one day. As we can see here, we can compare to football, soccer, and even volleyball. It can be observed that football has the greatest ratio and volume in rating the dangers of its activity, and cheering is the bottom third of the list. Despite the fact that the sport were split by gender, both girl and boy sports made it into the top three most dangerous sport overall. Furthermore, both boys ice hockey and boys wrestling have a measure greater than 2.3. Okay. Following that, practically all girls sport, including basketball, gymnastics, hockey, softball, and volleyball, have a 1.0 to 1.9 rating, as do two boys sport, soccer, and basketball. Swimming and diving, on the other hand, were recognized as the safest activities. According to this statistic, it's around 80 times safer than football, but only based on this data. It is undeniable that certain sports are more harmful than others. Physical sports such as football might be predict to result in more injuries than passive activities, such as swimming. However, all sports include the risk of injury, whether through contact with other participants or from excess of or mistreatment of a bodily part. Alright. Now, moving on the next graph. This graph shows great precision in its result regarding catastrophic injuries in high school sport. Luckily, these research and the objectives can quantitatively measure which sport pose the highest risk of athlete injuries. Thanks to the National Center of Catastrophic Sport Injury Research (NCCSIR), we can see here statistic is that document how many catastrophic injuries have occurred in every high sport since 1982 until 2018. Moreover, Brian Journey 2018 claimed that catastrophic injuries cover fatalities, permanent disability injuries, serious injuries, and fractured neck or a serious head injury, even though the athlete has a full recovery, temporary or paralyzed situation. This claim can be supported by the data obtained from this research, which show that out of 100,000 athletes, over 900 of them have already suffered an injury as football players before. The gap between each sport injuries and the football players' injuries is so huge that is so clear why football is deemed the most deadly and dangerous sport. For reference, despite being in the same range of dangerousness, less than 100 people a year suffer injuries while participant in baseball, cheerleading, and wrestling. The amount still won't and couldn't surpass the dangers that football brings. Nevertheless, in regards to the most catastrophic injuries, football, hockey, and cheerleading carry the greatest risk by far compared to all other high school sports. Okay, we go to conclusion. To conclude, there is a clear correlation between the injuries in high school sport and the most dangerous high school sport. This is for the reason that, in order for certain sport to be able to get labeled as the deadly dangerous sport, only when specific and accurate data, be it either quantitative and content analysis, are proven and show to the society for acceptance and acknowledgement from them. A football, hockey, or cheerleading participant, for example, has a 7 times greater of suffering a catastrophic accident than a baseball player and a 35 times greater chance of experience such an injury than a basketball player. Furthermore, in both graph 1 and 2, it is clear that football and hockey stand out from the data. A kid who participates in one of those two sports, for example, has a 6.3 times larger likelihood of death than a soccer player and a 38 times greater likelihood of passing away than a basketball player. This justification was confirmed by statistics from Stanford Medicine, which show that about 215,000 children aged 5 to 14 were treated in hospital emergency room for football-related traumas, including discolored shoulder, bruised body, and even bleeding heads. Overall, we can see that selecting the sport is difficult. In the perception of parents, of course, there are just too many variables to consider when making this decision. And I am not proposing that the chance of major injury should be the sole consideration in parents and student calculation themselves. However, in regards to the two statistics shown, I would recommend that parents view is as one of numerous critical aspects. After all, safety comes first. If one is happy playing an activity with a low chance of catastrophic or deadly harm, such as baseball, basketball, swimming, golf, and skiing. Perhaps encouraging their children in those activities is a wise idea. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alzai Rusdi, for the very informative speech or I think presentation. Next, I would like to invite Sir Akmal Daniel to present his topic, wait, which is effect of obesity on human body. Akmal Daniel, you can continue.
Can you see my slide?
Yes, Akmal.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Hakim. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akmal Daniel bin Zahar, and today I would like to talk to you about the effect of obesity on human body. So first of all, what is obesity? I'm pretty sure all of you already know what is obesity, but I'm going to briefly talk about its definition. Obesity and overweight are defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that presents a risk to health. A BMI over 25 is considered overweight and over 30 is considered obese. Okay, the issue of obesity is nothing new in Malaysia or in the world for that matter. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, obesity has been a global public health concern since 1975. The concern is understandable as obesity not only increases the risk of contracting various chronic disease, but also a strain on the finance of government in terms of healthcare allocation. On this page, shown a statistic for obesity and overweight prevalence among adults in Malaysia from 2 decades ago, from 1976 until 2015. The study was made by National Health and Morbidity Survey, in short NHMS, was conducted by Ministry of Health, showed that there is an increasing trend in weight problems among Malaysian adults. Obesity prevalence increased from 4% in 1976 to 70% in 2015, and there is no sign that this prevalence is decreasing at all. On to the next page. On this demographic, the National Health and Mobility Survey in 2019 finds that 50.1% of adults in Malaysia were either overweight or obese. 30.4% were overweight and 19.7% are obese. In comparison, Malaysia's overweight and obese rate stood at 29.4% and 17.1% respectively in 2015. And this percentage are just from adults. The data also revealed that the overweight and obesity level were particularly high, especially among women, with the percentage of 54.7%. And those in the 55 to 59 age of group goes with 60.9%. From here, we can see that the most obese people are old people. Other than that, the data also revealed that 29.8% of children aged between 5 and 17 until 17 had excess weight, with 14.8% classified as obese. The hike in the obesity rate among children over the past decade is rather alarming, as there has been a threefold increase since 2011, where the percentage of obese children stood at only 3.9%. As you can see here, the figures are looking grim in Malaysia too. According to the World Population Review in 2019, Malaysia has the highest prevalence of obesity among adults in Southeast Asia at 15.6%, followed by Brunei 14.1%, Thailand 10%, and Indonesia stood at the lowest percentage with 6.9%. Moreover, in a report issued in February 2020, WHO said obesity has reached epidemic proportion globally, with at least 2.8 million people dying each year as a result of being overweight or obese. On to the next page. We look at what is the effect of the obesity on the human body. What can obesity do to your body? Everyone knows that obesity can lead to many kinds of chronic disease such as diabetes, increased blood pressure, stroke, heart disease. Oops. But that's not all. Studies have found that excess weight can be linked to many other internal health issues too. For example, here is depression. The study shows that 55% higher in risk of depression among obese people. People who deal with overweight and obese may also be the subject of weight bias or body shaming and being stigma from the others. This can lead to feeling of rejection, shame, and increasing risk of low self-esteem, mood disorder, motivational disorder, eating problem, interpersonal communication problem, and all this directly or indirectly affect the quality of life. Further worsening mental health problem. Next is sleeping disorder. Nearly 70% of people with obstructive sleep apnea are overweight or obese. Sleep apnea is a breathing disorder that causes the sleeper to stop breathing for a brief moment while sleeping. This could lead to an increased risk of heart failure, attack or stroke. Obesity can also cause severe snoring, which could be associated with coronary artery disease, in other words, heart failure. Next is migraine. Migraine is one of the damaging side effects of obesity. It is the increased migraine. Wait. As you can see on the graph here, migraine is 81%, which is very high. These severe migraines can be directly triggered by excess body fat, cholesterol intake and diet, which is why it is important to monitor what you eat and how much do you eat. And lastly, obesity is linked to several forms of cancer. Medical studies show that 41% of uterine cancers may be related to obesity, and that 10% of all gallbladder, kidney, liver, and colon cancer can be traced to excess weight. In conclusion, being overweight or obese can have a serious impact on health. Carrying extra fat could lead to serious health consequences. What is not widely known is that the risk of health problems starts when someone is only very slightly overweight, and that the likelihood of problems increases as someone becomes more and more overweight. Many of these conditions cause long-term suffering for individuals and families. In addition, the cost for the healthcare system can be extremely high. But the good news is that overweight and obesity are largely preventable. The key to success is to achieve an energy balance between calories consumed on one hand and calories used on the other hand. What I mean by that is eat healthy food and do exercise regularly. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Akmal Daniel, for a very informative presentation. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Faris Danish to present his point, which is the harmful effect of fast food. Okay, Muhammad Faris Danish, you can continue.
Everything is good. Okay, thank you, Datuk Aiman Hakim. Okay, today I will present about the harmful effects of fast food. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Sorry. Okay, fast food is currently the most popular food, and it also attract customer because it's fast food that I personally find to be very tasty. Fast food was developed as a business strategy to serve huge crowds, tourists, and wage worker. Many fast food are high calories, sugar, fat, and sodium in that food. So fast food has been associated with a higher risk of depression, colon cancer, high cholesterol, and cardiovascular disease. Fast food has been related to an increased risk of heart disease, colorectal cancer, obesity, and high cholesterol. Fast food today is very common to our people because it is partly related to negative effects on our bodies. So, uh, as we can see in the our graph, fast food has okay, so we can see that the difference of the fast food and the junk food or fast food. Fast food uh, will be the most contains of fat or calories in that food, and then the clean food is almost of the vegetables and fruit. So we can compare that the healthy foods is better than junk food. So I will say that we have to avoid junk food and have to taking healthy food more than junk food. So um, they for harmful effects of fast food have so based off the chart of the effects of fast food, we can see that saturated fats is the most uh, percent in the charts because fast food is all about the fat and the calories in their food. So I think that fast food will affect our body in cholesterol, obesity, and also cancer. So because junk food and fast food will affect for that case obesity and the high cholesterol. So okay, this is the effect of the fast food. So fast food is similar to very disease like the first is obesity. Obesity has a similar effects to those of high cholesterol, but it is dangerous than the high cholesterol. So obesity has an impact on your body. The number of calories that you consume in your meal determines of level of obesity. It is consumed too many calories that you will become obesity. It is also which will put you risk for developing a chronic illness. So if you don't taking a healthy food, then you taking only a fast food, it will affect you to the obesity. So as I also suggest that you have to do a regular exercise that generally because every people has to do a exercise within hours or within a week. So we have to do even hours in a week. So obesity is the one worst things that can happen to anyone, and once it's happened, it will difficult you to have a good physical or a good healthy to your body back. So the next one is fast food is will it is effect to your body of it may raise of cancer. In study published in 2008, grilled chicken samples for more than 100 fast food restaurants contain a chemical that was found to be linked to human breast, prostate, and colon cancer. Uh, in addition, fast foods meats contain sodium nitrate and sodium nitrate. These chemicals are used to prevent bacteria growth in the food and to maintain the color of the meat. So both compounds have ability to decompose into nitrosamines, which can result of the cancer. So the next one is high cholesterol. Okay, the high cholesterol is one of the uh, higher risk in every disease that we don't want to be affected, because high cholesterol is it is similar to obesity because it's affects by how the numbers of calorie you takes and how much do you eat every meal of the junk food. So high cholesterol is also effect that you in every meals that you take. So we have to decrease in taking our fast food or junk food because it will make your cholesterol high in high level. So cholesterol is it is not just big effect to the older people, but also the young people also can be affect to high cholesterol. So that's why we have to take a healthy food to maintain our body and then to avoid any disease. So as a conclusion, I think that we have to avoid from taking fast food or junk food, and then we have to take a lot of healthy food because uh, junk food and fast food is not good to ourselves and will affects of many disease or cancer. Then we should do some exercise or a lot exercise within a week. So this is because exercise is important to make sure of our healthy body and our future. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Faris Danish, for a very wonderful presentation about harmful effect of fast food. Then we will continue to our next student, which is Nur Zikri, to present his topic. Okay, Nur Zikri, you can continue.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nuzikri bin Muhammad and my metric number is 202266300038. Okay, we are going to jump into my speech is about importance of sleep. Importance of sleep. Have you been nodding off during those important work meetings or falling asleep at your desk? What about skipping the gym because you can muster enough energy to get on the treadmill? If you are feeling more then go get up and go. You might be suffering from the lack of sleep. Although you will spend one to third life you're doing it, the importance of sleep is often ignored. Getting enough sleep is even more critical to your health than following the strict diet, daily exercise routine. Quality sleep is the foundation of the good health. Catching the right amount of sleep is vital for your body to rebuild the tissue, replenish the cell, and reclaim the lost energy. Plus, it helps you catalog memories from the day and retain the knowledge you capture each day. In this guide, I will break down the importance of sleep and eliminate the how much sleep do we need. Okay, how much sleep do we need? Okay, knowing that we spend 1 to 3 of our life asleep, you are likely wondering how much sleep do we need? Do we really need? The perfect amount of sleep is vary by age and by person, but they are scientifically agreed upon by consensus range you can follow to ensure you are catching enough sleep. The average adult needs between 7 to 9 hours of sleep to allow the brain and body to repair to and restore overnight. For teen children and babies, the recommended hours of sleep per day increase. Check out the chart to determine how much sleep is suggested for your age group. Okay, how much sleep do you really need? Change as you age. About the newborn, about 0 to 3 months, 14 to 17 hours, including naps. For infant, 4 to 12 months years old, about 12 to 16 hours per 20 hours, including naps. Toddler is 1 to 2 years old, 11 for 14 hours per 24 hours, including naps. Preschool, 3 for 5 years old, 10 to 13 per hours per 24 hours, including nap. School age is between the 6 to 12 years, about 9 to 12 hours per 24 hours. Teen, 13 to 18 years, 8 to 10 hours per 24 hours a day. Adult like us, 18 to 16 years old, 7 or more hours per night. To the veteran, the older adult is 61 to 64 is about 7 to 9 hours, and 65 years old and older and above 7 to 8 hours a day. Although the amount of sleep you get each day is important, other aspect your sleep is also contribute to your health. Well-being. Good sleep quality is also essential. Sign of poor sleep quality include not feeling rested even after getting the enough sleep, repeatedly waking up during the night, by experiencing symptom of sleep disorder such as snoring or gasping for air. Improving sleep quality is may be helped by better sleep habit or being diagnosed and treated for any sleep disorder you may have. For next, I'm gonna talk about who is getting the most sleep in this world. For who is getting the most sleep? Getting 7 to 9 hours sleep is essential for our physical and mental well-being, as the World Sleep Day is celebrated on the March 18 this year. Let's take a look the country which are getting more sleep on the average. If you live in Netherlands or New Zealand, you probably manage to get a slightly more than 8 hours per night, according to a study published in journal Science Advance. However, if you live in Japan or Singapore, you probably sleep about half hour less than 8 hours. Well, that might not seem like a critical much. The study claims that even a half hour of less sleep can have a detrimental effect on your health over time. The sleeping gap between countries is more likely due cultural factor and social factors. So that's all from me. I'm Muhammad Nazikri, and I'm gonna wrapping up. Beyond the importance of sleep and benefit, of good sleep health. There are myriad of reasons why you should invest in your sleep schedule and perfect your sleep hygiene. Sweet slumber is one of the life necessities, helping our bodies grow, repair tissue, replenish cell, retain and catalog memories and learning, and restore energy. Sometimes is so vitally important to your overall health and longevity. Is nothing to take lightly. Get to sleep early and more often. Ma, my name is Muhammad Zikri. Goodbye and happy snoozing. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Nuzikri, for the very intriguing presentation. Next, I would like to invite myself, which is Muhammad Imam Hakim, to present my topic, which is the effect of divorce to the children. First, I would like to present my PowerPoint. Can you guys see my profile? PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For my topic is effect of divorced parents to the children. This the divorce rate rise until 35% during pandemic itself, and 66,000 of those cases involve Muslim peoples, and 10K divorced parents involve non-Muslim people. My main subject for this speech is the effect of divorced parents to the children. First of all, let's dive deeper into the topic. We must learn and understand what divorce really is. Divorce is the legal dissolution of a marriage whereby a couple are no longer legally bound to one another. I'm sure all of us wanted or will get married at some point in our life. That's why we need to learn the effect of um, divorce to the children, so it will not affect our children that much. First of all, we need to know the divorce rate in Malaysia. As you can see from the table, the divorce rate in Malaysia has risen from years to years. As we can see from March 2020 and August 2021, they are rising up until 9% from 2019. And next, for the next topic, I would like to go to the effect of divorced parent to the children. We take a look at the graph first. The children will be this studies is around 100 students, and this is the percentage of what they feel about their parents divorcing. For the 73%, they feel they will be a different person if their parents were still together. For the 65% of them, we think that their life will be different if their parents will still together. And for the 51% of them, they thought they will be a different person if they have a father figure in their childhood. Next, for the 49% of them, they worry if if both of their parents at the same place or events, they will still argue, although they are going through their children events. Next, they feel like they had a harder childhood than most of the children, because most of the children have father and mother figure for them, but they not. The 48% or so thought that they really miss not having that around. If they have they really miss on having father figure in their life. For the next point is the divorce still bothers the children until they go big. Then for the 34% of them thought that their childhood was cut short because of the divorced parents, because most of the time is spent uh, in the court settling um, some divorce papers. Next, they feel like their dad doesn't even love them. And lastly, for the 80% of them, they feel like they will repeat their parents' problems and will be divorced also in their marriage. For the next, we'd like to go through the effect of divorce to the children. There are two types of effect of divorce to children. One can be bad, which is the negative effect, and some good for them, which is the positive effect. Okay, let's go through to the negative effect first. Um, the education will worse because the children can't focus on their studies. I mean, in the class, they will keep thinking of their arguing parents, their parents are divorced, and studies shown that the children with divorced parents less likely to enroll in college and study overseas. Next, they also will have some problem in social development. The children will have a hard time gaining and controlling their own intimate relationship. Their love, they scared to express their feeling because they fear uh, to choose a wrong soulmate that will be divorced also. They also have low self-esteem on their staff, and they develop antisocial behavior. They don't want to talk to another friend. They don't want to open up to their friend to express their feelings. Next, the relationship with their parents. They also will tend to lose the trust to their parents and become distant with one of the parents because of the divorce. So they will not be able to look at their mom for a long time, then stay with that for 3 or 4 years. And next in line is decline in financial status. Because of the divorce, there are only one parent that can support the family instead of the normal two parents. So because of that, the kids may have to work at such a young age to support the family. So you can imagine a kid like 13 or 14 need to work to support his mother or her mother uh, to support family. Next, we look at the positive effect. The positive effect of um, divorce to the children is the children will be less stressful. In some cases, the parents won't stop fighting, bickering around in the house. If the parents were together, um, but, I mean, if the parents is divorced, they will have a peaceful life at house. This problem also can cause distress to the children. Separating both of the parents can put an end to these rigorous disputes. Some of the children will also be happier because finally they can see their parents happy again with another person or without them. Next, positive effect is life lesson. They can learn life lesson for them. So they can learn that relationship just don't always work, and they don't need to stay in an unhealthy relationship. They can just divorce, or they can just stop it from it happening. They also can learn to pick a compatible partner for themselves so that the same mistake would not be happen again. In in conclusion, divorce will affect the children mental and physically. So we need to learn on how to pick the right person to marry ourselves. and have kids with. Because if wrong choices were made, this can lead to the negative effect of our children. Okay, thank you. That's all from me. This is all of our informative speech. Thank you. Panah baang.